Oh, Heavenly Father, we come to you this morning with praise and grace in our hearts, thanking you for another day, another opportunity to do the business of the people across Washington County. Give us the strength and wisdom to do business that's pleasing in your eyesight, as well as beneficial to the citizens that we have an opportunity to represent. For these and other blessings, we ask in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Amen. And the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Washington County Board of Supervisors, 9th session with the Honorable Board President Carl McGee presiding.
Okay, if all mics are on, phones are off, we're ready to go. All right. I've got an addition in front of me, Judge Laverne Simpson, MVSU, to the agenda. Anyone else with any additions?
I've got one.
What's that?
Road department.
Road department.
Yes, just some equipment.
Equipment. Anyone? Okay, we have a personnel for executive session. We have contract negotiations, personnel matter, and
Road department was open.
yeah.
I mean, not in closed session.
Right. All right. No, it's not. Okay, if there's nothing else, I need a motion
So moved.
and a second. Second. All in favor, show by a sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's unanimous. Motion carries. And the minutes from the previous meetings.
So moved to approve.
Got them.
You said meetings?
Meetings. I saw meetings on the agenda. It says meetings. I only remember one. And the minutes from April 7th. Do I have a motion?
You do. So moved.
And a second. Thanks, Jerry. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
I got one nay. Okay. Justin Birch, Director from the Economic Development Center. He's not here. All right. Washington County requesting waive fees for use of Washington County Convention Center for the Economic Alliance for the June 2nd for setup to host for the Governor's Job Fair.
So moved.
Got a motion?
I've got,
And a second.
on mine, you said June 2nd. It says June 3rd.
Oh, I got June 2nd and 3rd. Set them on 2nd.
Okay.
And then 3rd. Right. That's my mistake, Supervisor Gordon. Appreciate you.
You said it correctly.
Well, I do remember saying. I got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Ms. Reppin. Hey now.
Good morning.
Ms. Holmes already. We have a few things this morning. We had a planning commission meeting.
Speak up, catch that mic a little bit if you would.
Yes. We had a planning commission meeting last week,
Okay.
and I have the minutes from the February 27, 2024 for to be approved.
All right, do we all have a copy of those minutes? We will have, right?
Yeah, you will.
All right, need a motion to accept
So moved.
and a second. Thank you. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
On the 15th of April, we went before the planning commission with conditional use for Diane Floyd to locate a salon at 1318 Council Circle. And there were 10 certified letters mailed out with no objections, and we received. And the Commissioner Proctor seconded the motion with all members voting yes, and the motion passed. And today she's asking for the Washington County Board of Supervisors to approve the commission's decision for a conditional use.
So moved.
I got a motion? And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Finish this. Okay, we have some right-of-ways for Tech Info, fiber optic cable along 601 North Deer Creek Drive East in Leland. That's the first one. We also have a,
We do them all at one time?
yeah, you wanna do it one time?
I got a motion for the first one. I need a motion for the first one.
What first and located?
601 North Deer Creek Drive, East in Leland. It's a fiber optic cable.
We got a motion?
Second.
And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Has the city of Leland approved that one, by the way?
Say that again.
City of Leland, has that been presented to them as well?
Exactly where is it located?
City of Leland?
601 North Deer Creek Drive, East in Leland.
Is that
It was
inside or
presented to
outside
us.
City of Leland?
Is it, is in? Okay, good. And,
We'll follow up, Mr. Griffin, make sure that the city of Leland approves it first,
okay.
aware of it. I got a
Aware.
motion and a second. All in favor, if we did vote to approve, right?
Is that Tech Info or just?
It's Tech Info Communications, River Johnson.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, we also have the Glen Allen Utility District, and they want to do a 2-inch PE bore on Lake Washington Road on the east side.
So moved.
Got a motion? Thank you, Jerry. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. Tech Info Reconnect, again, the same location at 601 North Deer Creek, and they want to do a fiber optic. I'm trying to see if this a, no, this is a
All right.
separate,
So
different one.
moved.
I got a motion?
Second.
Second, questions? Daniel, sheesh.
No, I was
Marcus?
gonna tell you that's their physical address, but those things are countywide. They're putting in like 30 or 40 miles of fiber.
Okay.
And that's what those permits cover.
Yeah, it's a lot
That's
of
just their physical address, but it's all throughout the county.
Okay, how many permits you got? How many permits you got, Ms. Reverend?
One more, Stokes King Road. This is the city of Greenville here with the water and sewer connections.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything else for us? Anything you need from us?
Yes, one more.
Yes, good morning, Board.
Morning.
As Ms. Redmond stated, we had a planning commission meeting this past Tuesday, and one of the requests that came up was Ms. Ethel Scott, who lives in Glen Allen on Bailey Road. She was asking to put a mobile home, add another mobile home onto a property that she already has. And the property that she has is about 0.66 tenths of an acre and not a full acre. And our ordinance requires that we have at least 1 acre land, or if the soil perks, according to the health department when they come out and do the test. But we told her that, you know, by her not having the full acre, that we couldn't grant her the permission that she was asking. So she asked for a variance, and the planning commission did agree to let her do it because it was a hardship case. But they told her that she could, provided that the health department gives her the okay to do it. So we just giving you the tentative information so far.
Yeah.
So you
I think,
waiting on the health department?
Yes, they will have to file a notice of intent with the health department, then they'll go out and evaluate the soil.
so,
Recommending postpone consideration until you get health department.
that, so she's adding another one there?
Yes.
So it'd be two. That's gonna be tough for them to approve, but I'm okay, we'll go ahead and do it, provided they, you know, do that. That way he don't have to come back here, cause I'd be surprised if they do it, but,
Yeah,
but if the planning commission looked at it, don't have a problem with it, I don't have a problem with it.
Well, and that's what I kind of told her, you know, initially, you know, about the amount of spray area that was gonna be required, you know, to have 2 dwellings on that less than an acre. But I couldn't, you know, stop her from trying to move forward.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with
Yeah.
approving it, but I think, I just don't know how, you know how much, that's been a tough
Yeah.
So moved.
second.
Probably moved and second. Any other
With
questions?
the proper approval of,
Pending approval from the health department.
yeah.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Roy.
Thank you, Roy. All right, Geraldine Jones. Gerald Jones. Hey, Mr. Jones. Gerald Jones. Mr. Jones, good to see you in person.
Thank you. And that's a first for me. Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I'm going to say greetings and good morning. I want to thank this board for allowing me to come before you today. I'm Gerald Jones. I serve as the Director of County Operations with the Alcorn State University Extension Program. I bring you greetings on behalf of our Dean and Director of Land Grant Programs, Dr. Dexter Wakefield, and our Extension Administrator, Dr. Franklin Shakun. I want to remind this board that there are 2 land grant universities in the state of Mississippi. one being Alcorn State University and Mississippi State University. And our land and our mission is the same: academics, research, and extension outreach. Unlike Mississippi State, we do not cover all 82 counties, but we have 15 counties in southwest Mississippi and 3 counties in the Delta region: Tunica, Bolivar, and Coahoma. We have also four programs in which we provide programs: agriculture, 4-H and youth development, community resource development, and family and consumer science. But I'm here today to talk about the Small Farmers Conference. We will be bringing our 34th annual Small Farmers Conference here to Greenville, Washington County, starting on September 22nd through September 24th. It's a 3-day conference, and we are in partnership with the Mississippi Association of Cooperatives. The conference will entail workshops, outdoor learning sites. We will host our Small Farmers Conference banquet, and we will have student scholars here during the conference. We would like your support, whether it be financial or in kind. I've been communicating with Ms. Catherine Garner, looking at the host site will be Hollows, but we're also looking at having a session over with the Washington County Convention Center as well. So with that being said, I'll entertain any question that you may have regarding that. Now, this conference, let me also add that it normally attracts between 275 to 300 people from the neighboring states: Alabama, Tennessee, Louisiana, and all regions of the state of Mississippi. It's a big conference. It's been around a while, and we're looking forward. We've been here some years ago, but we're coming back. And so, but we would like to come, but we would like to have your support as well. I do have some packets that I brought along with me with our sponsorship packet tiers in it. But however, whether it's financial or in kind, that's what I'm here today. They say it's pro fraud, don't ask for anything. So,
Ms. Jones,
so I'm here to ask.
What date are you planning for the Washington County Convention Center?
That Tuesday. That Tuesday is designated for.
What's that date?
That will be the 23rd of September.
Ms. Brooks?
And basically, my last visit here, I think about a month ago, we looked at that banquet hall and perhaps utilizing, I think you stated, the equine park as a learning site for our livestock and small ruminant presentations there. But we normally have a big women in business component as a part of the Small Farmers Conference. So we were looking at perhaps utilizing that banquet hall at the convention center for that.
All right, Ms. Brooks?
I move that we waive fees for that event. Is that what you requested?
Yes, ma'am.
I got a motion.
Second.
And a second. That event will entail the convention center as well as the expo center where we have the livestock stalls and that kind of thing. As long as they're available.
Okay.
You check that right, Ms. Jones?
Yes, I met with the young lady there. We do have that date. At the time, we thought that, because we have the Mississippi Association provides scholarships, and we're trying to make it more conducive for everyone not to travel so far. And so that's why we're utilizing Hollows for the hotel accommodations.
Outstanding. I got a motion and a second for fees be waived. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything else we can help you with, Ms. Jones?
No, sir, I just want to invite you all to visit Alcorn State University. Alcorn is a place where the water is sweeter, the air is fresher, the grass is greener, and you'll feel a little closer to heaven.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
About a month ago, we took about 30 students off from Washington County to the farm program they had. It was a day event where they was exposed to farming life, what it can be in the future, as possibly as a profession. My concern is that I was told that Washington County is not in the service area. How do we get Washington County in the service area? Because we took the most students.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up. What we're trying to do now, we're trying to expand our footprint. And hopefully we're looking at northeast Mississippi right now, Lee County, Noxubee, Clay, Lowndes, possibility. But we want to tag on, because I just mentioned that we have Tunica, Bolivar, and Cahoma right now. So hopefully that we would like to come here and have a presence. In my region, just as the Washington County Extension Service, our staff members are housed in the same county offices with Mississippi State. So in the future, and I will share this with my dean and my boss once I get back, that Washington County has some interest for Alcorn Extension Program to come to Washington County.
I will say this, and Ms. Doris Miller was the one that brought it to my attention.
Mhm.
And we took pretty much junior high students. They were amazed. Some of them never thought about going into ag. Some of them thinking about going to college.
Mhm.
So we talked about, how you get to that point. But I think that, this is an agricultural area.
Yes.
And not even Washington County. You got Bolivar, Shockey. These are strong ag areas. And I just think it would be very beneficial to ensure that our young people in these counties are included as well, because the output of students, they were looking forward to going back. They were amazed with the drones, talking about how drones can help with farming, but I most definitely want to keep Washington County in the loop for the next generation of farmers.
Yes, and I did see the presentation, and she shared that with our staff members. It was very, very successful. And as you may know, we also have an outreach center there in Mound Bayou. And so we normally have a field day during the fall with Mr. John Coleman over that way. But hopefully, for you all's consideration, we would like to have staff members here. So you'll be hearing back from me and perhaps our dean in the very near future. And I did bring some packets. It's just as you mentioned about the drones. In all of our programs, there's an impact report in here regarding our program that will give you more information so that you can be able to make a good informed decision, Supervisor McGee.
Okay, well, Ms. Miller has our ear, Doris Miller.
Okay,
And we enjoy the vegetables off of the Mount
Mountain Bayou.
Bayou property, the Crowder.
And we have a farmer's market here as well.
They participate, Mr. Griffin. Yeah,
When they start participating.
every on Wednesday. Some of their vegetables have been here.
And of course, we also have an outreach center in Marks, where we do the Purple Hood peas and market them through Walmart. So we're in the region, but we just need to get our footprint here in Washington County.
Okay, other than the farmer's market. Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Thank
No,
you.
we were very
Anything
proud
else?
you make requests.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right, next on the agenda is number 8. It's a request to waive fees for the Washington County Convention Center for the Greenwood Public School District. Put one for Tommy over there.
So moved.
Everybody see the dates?
Yeah.
I got a motion and a second. Thank you.
The motion's for everything.
Motion for everything. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, now we're to the additions on the, well, we can consider,
Do we add,
I'm
the
okay.
Valley State?
We did.
Okay, I just
We-
wanna make sure we do that.
All right, don't let me skip it if we didn't. Let me go. Consider the matter of homestead exemption request from the Bureau of Revenue 2024. You gonna have it in your report? You gonna do it in your report? All right, we'll come to it. Let's go ahead and get the additions now. Judge Simpson.
Good morning.
Morning.
The Greater Washington County Alumni Chapter in this area would like to make a request upon this board to serve wine at our function that we will be having on April the 25th at 6 o'clock p.m. And it's called our Denim, Pearl, and White
Washington County
event
Convention Center.
at the Washington County Convention Center.
Need a motion? I got a motion. I do, thank you, Chair. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed?
One
Motion-
nay.
Motion, I got one
I
nay.
always vote nay on that.
Yeah,
Fine.
handle your paperwork, make sure you're good with the sheriff department and your
What-
insurance.
You have another request to waive the fee?
Oh,
She already got it. Go ahead.
okay.
Have you paid it?
My second, yes, I have. We've got obtained the building back in February.
I'd like to make a motion to waive the fee, please.
She just did. All right, we approved the alcohol. Now there's a motion on the floor that needs a second. for the fees to be
Yeah,
waived?
Jerry second.
Thank you, Jerry. Mississippi Valley State himself. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you,
So
thank you.
the fees are waived.
Fees are waived.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
All right. That was another one. Was everything else in, executive session?
No, the road department.
Road department.
Yeah, my only concern, I just wanna see a follow where we were with the bathrooms at the road department. Did we get them cleaned up for the,
They're clean, but we gotta rebuild. They gotta be renewed. They
okay?
gotta be redone. We gotta just go ahead and put some money together and redo that when we have more issues than them just not being cleaned and organized. We're gonna need some help. And we'll put some numbers together. There needs to be separate facilities, but we gotta have some money to make that happen. We'll figure it out.
When we gonna discuss, 'cause I do, I mean, are we just?
We was gonna wait for the first meeting. Yeah, it's clean, but they need to be,
I understand,
yeah,
so we're bringing it for the next meeting on.
You will have the-
Work together for that?
yeah,
Thank you.
yes, indeed. Hey, Lee.
Road department. We were looking at purchasing a large steel wheel roller, a while back. We approved that to move forward with that, didn't we, Charlize, or did we not, on the steel? We need to, I make two things. I wanna make a motion that we move forward on advertising for a steel wheel roller. That will give us two of them, that way we can hot mix and chip and seal at the same time. But, okay, yeah, let's get that one.
I got a motion.
Second.
And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I just want.
Motion carries.
Let's talk about that. I did talk to Clay about that. I think that'd be ideal, but I'm gonna make sure that we have the workforce to do it, because if we can chip and seal and, do, asphalt at the same time, I mean, that'll help us get caught up on our roads. But that's one piece I did talk to him about, just making sure we have the workforce on it. He said that he could use some of the bridge people, but, they are kind of busy right now because of projects that's going on, with state aid and Hood engineering. But if needs be, I just want us to be prepared if we have to get a few more, employees, get trained, so we can be doing both projects at the same time.
And the other piece to that, I'd like for us to prove that will take a little while to get the steel wheel roller and stuff. We'll miss a lot of the weather that we can be putting down both of them, hot mix and chip seal. Last couple of years, and I would suggest we do it this year just for a few months, we can lease a roller for month to month. They'll let us rent it month to month. The initial cost of it, of course, it's about $6,800 a month to rent it. But the delivery fee's $1,000, the pickup fee's $1,000, so that would be additional. But the actual use, and we've done it the last several years, but I would suggest we need to do it, because if not, we're gonna miss some crucial time doing some of this. So I'd make a motion that we would approve leasing a steel wheel roller until we purchase our steel wheel roller. And it's, I would say up to $7,000 a month, but I think it's $6,800 a month to lease it. I'm sorry, to rent it. But I'd make a motion that we do that.
I got a motion and a second. Any other questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
And just to add to
Motion
that, Carl,
carries,
I told him, I figured we would do that, so he's got somebody on standby. We'll be able to get it delivered this week to start. I don't know how much use we'd get out of the rain this week, but it would, we need to go ahead and move forward.
We'll
with
have it here. Anyone else? That motion carries. Anything else? That was the road department, which was an addition. All right, Ms. Carter.
Okay, good morning.
Morning.
We have expended 51.9% of our budget through April 21st, and have 58.33%. Total receipts deposited April 15th, 21st, total $543,385.45. I am requesting board approval of our claims docket totaling $531,615.45.
So moved.
Got a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Requesting travel for county officials to attend the Mississippi Association of Planning and Development Districts Annual Conference on April 21st to the 25th in Biloxi, Mississippi, with estimated cost of $3,000 with permission to use the county card.
Why would, I got a motion. Why would, and I got a second. Why would we attend the Planning Development District Conference? What's there for the supervisors? Have you seen that agenda?
I have not, it was just
I
brought to
have.
my attention by
Yeah, I
There's
have-
nothing there for us. I mean,
Well,
what's that
actually,
about?
Right here, they really are encouraging, quite a few of us to come, cause we never, our county never shows up. And they talk about, cohesiveness, the general conference, so I had made my mind if I was gonna go or not. But, I just wanna make sure we are aware that if any of us wanna go, so I just submitted to her.
Okay, but if you look at the agenda, there's nothing for us, and of course, if somebody wanted to go, our planning development district will gladly, probably, take you as a guest if you actually have interest.
Well, actually, I got a letter, all of us got a letter from our planning department, South Delta Planning District, inviting us to come.
Yep, but there's nothing on the agenda for you to be spending these taxpayer dollars like
You
that.
got a motion in the second.
I got a black motion in a second like that, but I just want everybody to understand. Be very mindful of where we are with our budget. When you get to spending money for projects like this and there's no benefit that I
So
see.
you don't think there's any benefit for any of us in any of that?
I don't see it, but look at the agenda. It's a motion and a second on the floor. You all please take a look before you go ahead and have Ms. Carter make the reservation. That means you gotta leave today. And you gotta leave today, last minute.
Don't carry the motion.
All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed?
Nay.
Nay.
I don't know, I might.
Motion fails.
I just wanna put it on like that.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Carter.
Requesting travel for county officials to attend the 2025 NACO Annual Conference on July 10th to 15th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with estimated cost of $5,000 with permission to use the county car.
So moved.
I got a motion and a second. Questions or comments on the NACO convention, all counties, National Association of County. Okay, all right, all in favor, show by sign of aye.
Right.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Requesting travel for county officials to attend the 2025 Mississippi Policy Conference on August 7th to the 10th in Tunica, Mississippi, with estimated cost of $3,000. Permission to use the county car.
So moved.
I got a motion and a second. Questions or comments? All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. This is another one now. All of these, Ms. Carter, you have a copy of the agenda? I would just look and see if breakfast, lunch, and dinners are provided for all the different conferences. And my question is going to be around the per diem, but these motions have carried. All right, move on. Yeah, you got it, you passed.
Okay, Hooker Engineering is requesting payment in the amount of $3,530 for the wetlands report for PRDR 7608 Avondale Road, SA 76108. Have the funds and the report is on file.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Requesting reimbursement in the amount of $649.18 to Ship for Payment Retrieval and Chargeback Department due to a citizen paying fines over injustice court bill credit card and later disputing the charges. This was brought to my attention by the auditor, and this was the recommended action.
So does it mean we reimburse who?
Ship for Payments, which is the credit card system that they use. So the citizen later went back and disputed charges, which means we owe that company.
But then the citizen take their credit card and swipe it.
And later disputed.
And this is money is to reimburse.
That the credit card company, the vendor.
Is that
who owes the
normal?
credit card.
That, client have to reimburse when they dispute? That's not our fault.
What's the contractual agree? Has the attorney reviewed the contract?
That was when Brooks was here, this happened in 2023.
And we
It's
just, and they finished
23.
2025? I have a problem with that.
We need to, we need to review the contract, see if we're actually obligated to make this reimbursement.
How much is it going?
$649.18.
And it's come to us 2 years later. It'd be different if it was recent.
Mr. Attorney, would you, have you reviewed that
The
contract?
citizen was still on the hook, the citizen was still going to pay us,
Who would?
the citizen. So we're just, yeah, they would.
I mean,
But that charge is still outstanding.
that's fine, but we're not gonna just jump into that position. The motion hopefully includes review of the contract by the attorney.
Can't we just hold this and let him
Yeah.
review it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Is there a
just hold-
motion to hold?
Postpone. Got a
Postpone?
motion to postpone till,
So moved.
give the attorney a chance to review. I got a motion, and I'm gonna second it. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. That's unanimous, Ms. Holmes. Ms. Carter?
Okay, Mr. James Scott is resigning from his position as an appointee to the Washington County Library System for District 4. Mississippi Cobb is requesting the appointment of Ms. Emma Ware to fill this position.
So moved.
Second.
I got a motion and a second. You good, huh, Ms. Brooks?
She's a fine lady.
All in favor?
Nice, kind woman.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carried.
Judge Carol White Richard of the Fourth Circuit District of Mississippi is requesting that the board accept the order appointing and setting compensation for court reporter Shauna Stanford effective July 1, 2025, with Washington County paying its portion of 43%.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And Circuit Clerk Barbara Esther Parker is submitting to the board her over-the-cap fees for fiscal year 2024 in the amount of $147,652. She's asking that the Washington County pays her employer's share of contribution to PERS in the amount of $3,548.
We do that every year too, don't we? Second.
What we do? I got a
Yeah,
motion.
yeah, we do it for.
I got a
for both of
motion and I got a second, right, Lee?
them. Yes.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Requesting that county offices are closed on Monday, May 26th, in the observance of the Memorial Day holiday.
So moved.
I got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I'm also requesting permission to start the process for our summer internship.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Have a media alert from Mace, along with the Mississippi Delta Blues and Heritage Festival, announces the poster contest for the 48th annual Mississippi Delta Blues and Heritage Festival. They're soliciting entries from artists, painters, graphic designers with a Saturday, May 31st deadline. The winner will receive $500 cash prize and recognition at the poster unveiling ceremony at the festival. This is presented by Chauncey Wright.
We can request that just
Give
tell
me- I need a
Just
motion.
telling us about it, just a media alert. I also have from the Zion Progressive Baptist Church, 712 7th Street, Leland, Mississippi. Washington County Board of Supervisors, they're pleased to announce this year marks the 20th year anniversary of their beloved pastor, Reverend Billy G. Barber. And they're inviting you to join them for an anniversary celebration service in honor of the pastor and first lady, Dr. Barber, on Sunday, April 27th at 2:30 p.m. And that was just another note.
Outstanding.
That's it.
Do you have it?
I didn't tell y'all I was gonna present you.
Do you have it? Do you have it? All right. Anything significant on the report that we need?
No,
to-
it was her. She was submitting her over the cap, report for
Okay.
2024.
All right.
So just, the board have to accept it.
How much?
686,000.
How much?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
186,000.
I said, yeah.
All right, so 186,000 is a number?
Do we need to wait on
Over
that?
fee?
We-
No,
Okay.
no, we don't need to wait.
Okay.
But we do need to get it verified. Ms. Carter will confirm that that number is accurate, because that's going into our minutes now. Say the number again, Ms. Holmes.
186,000, and I'm not sure the dollar amount. 186,000.
Oh.
Get that number, because like, send
Yeah,
it
we'll-
right quick for the meetings over.
Yeah, we'll get it for the meeting, though. We'll hold on it. We finna keep moving, Ms. Holmes. You good, Ms. Holmes? All right. We need, well, give me a motion to accept.
Except what?
There you go. You don't have a number.
No, we just wait on the number, she gonna go.
Yeah, she's gonna go get it. Okay, is there anything else we may have missed on the agenda? Did we get everybody in the audience who might like to see us? Let me see, I have a couple of things that we can cover. Had a meeting the other day to talk about the energy project. And what's been put together, which Justin was here, they actually needed information as, you know, to present to their potential employees and contractors. And they want to know about the housing, availability of housing, the schools, healthcare, places of interest, just like you would when you're recruiting or bringing people in, because some of these people work up to 3 years. Now let me share this with you all. When it comes to housing, they're going to have a number of people who basically come in and have RVs and that kind of thing. So we're going to have to do some work with the Wi-Fi system at Warfield Point Park, and we'll give you the complete number of how many units, how many plug-ups we have out there. Plus, we're going to have to commit the convention center grounds and those RV hookups as possible housing for the construction work going on. Keep in mind, you have more than just the energy project going on. You'll have the 2 pipeline projects going on as well. And housing is going to be at a premium. And, go ahead.
So when I saw Utah started a contract, in Leland is set the area for trailers, so that may be a location as well. I don't know if anyone here is location for that, but that is probably ideal as a location for hook up for electricity and water or a trailer, you know, for that as well.
Okay. Now you have a number of people who are actually converting some properties, and they'll be coming to the planning department to actually make trailer parks. I think, Roy, have you gotten a few already?
Well, I had one person to express interest, nothing concrete. Just yet, I think he was trying to wait on some specifics from Entity.
Okay.
Try to make a move.
Well, we're putting the housing, we're putting the proposal together right now, the information together right now, so they can actually hire and bring people in. We met with the team from Energy and the construction guys last week and presented this. Now keep in mind, this is a 3-year commitment, so to speak. Some people will come and stay a year or 2, or some will come and stay a month, more depending on the phase of the project. But they'll be in and out. But housing is a critical thing, and they really were concerned about it. So that's what's on the table. But I just need to make sure that it's okay with the board to make that commitment with the Washington County facilities to support these projects.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. I'm not sure. Marcus, you remember the name of the construction company?
With one of them,
Who?
KEWIUT.
Did they talk about for contracts, where to reach out to apply for contracts and some of the services they're gonna need?
They've had multiple meetings
Yeah.
around here, but I think this is something that's just previously come to, within the past 3 weeks, come to the table looking for housing, because it's gonna be a significant, we're talking 800 people.
I guess with them here, they start advertising,
Yeah.
like where you apply for different contract services gonna be needed.
They've already done, they've had multiple meetings for that.
At the
They
convention
had,
center.
at the convention center, they had a big, thing, you can go and register on Energy's website, and they had some stuff, telling what, type of work they needed and, what you would have to have to
Mhm.
be able to apply and be a subcontractor.
Yeah.
They've had multiple meetings around here.
So, but we can get you that information.
Yeah.
As a
because it's
contact
my first
person.
time hearing about this, because a couple of people did ask me, and I didn't know this was going on.
Oh, yeah.
They had those meetings probably 4 months ago.
Yep.
With the local contractor. But when they had the meeting, I think there were people from Texas came into Washington County.
As far away as Texas, yeah.
Coming in with them.
Now, we did have some local people who attended as well. But, so that's an ongoing thing right now. But I'm gonna ask the board to entertain an idea. Housing going to be at a premium. And we'll present to you some numbers, what we currently charge and a recommended rate.
You talking about on the slots, on the RV slots?
Yes. Yeah, they'll be competitive, we're not trying to hurt or gouge anyone, but, we can't give away the farm either. Go ahead, Lee.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I don't know if y'all are aware of it, and I know since I've been on the board, it has not been utilized, but it'd be a good time to try to upgrade, and while Mark's here, may get them to evaluate it. Right there at Lake Washington, at the Weir, we own that. There's an RV park that hadn't been used in years. That's quite a few slots there. Now, I'm sure most of them are 30 amp, hookups, but I'd request that we get the engineer to just evaluate it and see what it would take to upgrade. Because we could do like, we could do like, I mean, we could use, just gravel right in there, and we could do that in-house, but the electrical, the water and the electrical, but it's all right there, exactly right there by that weir. And far as I know, I hadn't seen anybody down there in years using it, but the service is still there, and it's a beautiful spot if we take the time to clean it. But if y'all in agreement, we get them to evaluate it and see what it would take, and that may be enough. I don't think it'd be anything long-term to get that up and going, and so that may be not only for that project, but for in the future, just have other places down there. But it's a beautiful place that we hadn't been utilizing. So I would make a motion that we ask the engineer to evaluate that and see what it would take to upgrade that.
So moved.
Second.
Yeah, I agree with that because the project manager had came to the office one day, and they're in conversations with Roy, Ricky Jones. He has some cabins, and they made commitments to rent those cabins as well. So it's right in the ballpark. So
Yeah.
take advantage of it.
Yep, there. So it's,
Yeah, and I don't know how many's out there, but that would be, and it's not just it's a beautiful spot. It can be for sure. And if we can go ahead and start cleaning it up ourselves, to a certain degree, but that would help some also.
all right. So what I'll do is just bring some information back, especially recommendation on rates, and as we go forward. But now keep in mind, this will be a 3-year commitment, and it's going to impact other things that you may want to do on the property.
Yeah.
All the hookups belong to Washington County. Even with none come with the expo building, none come with the racetrack.
Right.
None of that's part of their lease. Trust me.
Right.
Trust me. So we'll take a look at that. Now, I think we added a number of them last year. And when we went to capacity last year, we did have a power failure. So the system's tested. It will run with all of them that we have. I don't recommend we add anything else to it.
You talking about at Warfield?
I'm talking about right now at the convention center.
Oh, the convention.
Not add anything else to it. But I'll bring those numbers back to you, and we'll see where we go. Ms. Holmes,
You got a motion on the floor.
all in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Would it be possible to have that evaluation maybe by the next meeting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
What's the number? The number.
$186,827.
Need a motion? To
So
accept?
moved.
Now I got a
Accept.
motion. And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything else for us, Ms. Holmes?
In the matter of homestead exemptions rejected by the Bureau of Revenue for the year 2024, the final order, I need approval.
So moved.
And I got a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
How many is on that list? Do you know?
How many we got? How many?
You have on that list, Ms. Hunter?
It's 119 and 2 objections.
Okay. We had a meeting the other day with representatives from Utah about the roads we have in Washington County. We have about 7 of them that are in disrepair. And our statement is just because of the heavy loads traveling over our roads, and as well as just the trucks traveling over our roads multiple times. And what I'd like to do is ask this board for permission to have our engineers go ahead and put together a total package of what it would cost to put these roads back. I'd have to get the list. We'll present every one of them to you. You should have gotten them on email, but it's been a minute since you got them. but we were in the meeting with the commissioner as well as Utah's representatives and Clay Norris and myself. And we just need to go ahead and put that number together. They don't want to say, okay, this road, that road, that road, we're gonna just put so many dollars in each road. We wanna give them a full package so they can tell us what their contribution is going to be toward renewing or restoring, putting these roads back.
I just wanna make sure we don't leave off B&W Road.
The F and is
I
on.
know, cause initially, they were only just, they was, in their piece, they were saying, Coin and Black Bayou, but the local drivers that know this area, a lot of them took VF&W as well. So I just wanna make sure that road is not left out.
Those roads are not left out, but they did try to stick to, they're trying to stick to the fact that they only had certain roads they were permitted to travel on, they traveled on.
That is true.
But thank goodness, myself and the commissioner were at GHAC one day, and their trucks came through on the road out there.
Right, so that's my biggest concern,
Yeah.
that road and go like VF&W.
All right.
It's parallel to,
Now, let me, one thing that we did not do is actually take photographs and video footage of our roads prior to the construction project.
I did in my district.
And we did not ticket them, stop them from traveling on roads that were not part of their permit. When they traveled other roads, there's no record of them being pulled over, given a citation, even though when they traveled public roads, they may have been at legal limits, but it was not part of the agreement that they would travel these roads with this heavy equipment multiple times. And so it's going to be some resistance there. So what we're trying to do is go ahead and put this package together with a total number, how much, whatever it may cost, and give them an opportunity to make a contribution.
I don't think it's gonna be too much resistance, because you can easily identify the people that live on those roads, like VF&W. In the end, VF&W, they went back and threw that white dirt down and white rock down as they did other roads, because they know they messed the roads up. And it was very insulting that they threw down white rocks, no seal, and right now you still travel VF&W, Black Bayou roads. The dirt is going everywhere. It's hurting local people. They can't sit outside the house no more, because when people pass by, the dirt is coming in their yard and on them, they get dirty. I had Commissioner Simmons to come out with me, and he saw exactly what I was talking about. So I did a video before and after it actually started. Project Corn Road was a brand new road, and 4 months later, they came to build, but the same token, they threw white rocks down there as well when we did chip and seal. So I don't think it's going to be hard identifying those roads, because we got residents on those roads, and they threw rocks out there. They are very, very displeased, because I get numerous calls on that, and they're very much aware of what we're listening to.
All right, Ms. Brooks. It was an interesting meeting. There was some resistance. So I need permission to do what we're doing in versus piece by piece, road by road. I need a full package, and I need permission from this board to ask the engineering group to step in and give us an assessment on repairing all of the roads we have on our list.
So moved.
Some of them,
Properly moved and seconded. Thank you, Ms. Brooks, for the second. All in favor, show by sign of
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Mark, can you help me with that? Clay has the list.
Mr.
And-
Lewis did have my roads, VF&W, Black
They're on the
Bayou.
list.
Right, those are
Ms.
the
Brooke.
main ones that actually Clay got the list off last week. So
Right.
those are the main
All
ones.
of them on the list.
Okay.
Thank you,
Y'all know
Ms.
what kind of calls I've been getting over the last year and a half about those roads.
All right, but we're now, this board, we need to be prepared and go ahead and make once we get the numbers from the engineers, we have to go ahead and prioritize and start putting these roads back. We'll look at some numbers, Ms. Carter, as far as what's in the road budget, and we'll see where there may be other funding to start this process. Because it's extremely important that we go ahead and start the repairs on our roads and putting them back and satisfying some of the issues in the phone calls.
Mr.
That we-
President,
hey.
you said looking at our budget, but when Utah came here, they were very clear to us that they were going to take care of those roads. They came here, so why would we be doing in our budget to repair projects when Utah created the dilemma and the disrepair of our roads?
there is some resistance, Ms. Brooks, and we're not gonna wait a long time to put these roads back. Our citizens deserve better, and we're gonna go ahead and start making this happen.
I understand.
All right, so we'll get together, Ms. Carter, we'll identify some funds, and we'll be waiting on the report from the engineers. And based on the priorities from this board, we'll go ahead and start putting these roads back.
Mr. President,
Hey.
my only concern is, I don't wanna set a precedent that when someone comes in to do work in our county, that they can tear our roads up, and then we come back and clean up behind them.
All right.
That's one of my concerns.
Okay. Normally, when we have something like this go on, we do ask for a bond. We do ask for the specific roads they're going to travel. And we do what we can to keep them on those roads. It didn't happen this time. We made a misstep. And we didn't require a bond for them during this construction project. Now they have the first overlay on the highway itself, the bypass. They can pretty much stay on that in order to do any remaining work they have. They shouldn't be on the county roads anymore. If you happen to see one of those trucks on the roads, give me a call and take a picture.
So, my other question, they don't have professional courtesy, as most companies do, when they know that they've done, this repair and not take the time to repair the problem they
Okay.
created. I think that should be held, really, we should be holding the county to, even though we did not do a bond, we should have been advised of this bond, but we were not. But at the same token, I think this company should have some type of professional courtesy to our county, to the state of Mississippi, to be held accountable to repair the roads that they created in the process of them making money, which we're happy, but I just don't want us to be too lax with any company who comes to our community and they, they don't come back and follow up and clean up what they promised us that they would do when they came before our board. That's all I'm saying. And I'm very clear, I've been talking to Commissioner Simmons and he agreed with me. And so it's just making sure that they just don't, anybody should feel comfortable. Cause we have another situation coming up with this, with Entergy and these pipes. And so the concern is when they come in, they ride our roads, and they do all this construction, we have to make sure that they understand, or if we need a bond in the future, on how this process take place, because I really think this area will be growing because of what's going on with Entergy, and it will be bringing new businesses here, but I think we do need to create a standard for Washington County as any other affluent county in Mississippi.
Ms. Brooks, be very measured as to what we are able to say in this open meeting, because we don't know where this is going to end up. But we'll have a conversation after if you like. Oh, I'm sorry, Lee.
Is it customary any kind of state job to have a bond?
Yeah, and I would say yes, because we require bonds of companies that haul lumber,
Yeah.
cut it and so forth and so on in the county.
Yeah.
As generally speaking, that's part of when the engineers and these companies meet, they
Yeah.
engage in those discussions and come back, with a finding on what roads to be, they're gonna use, and how they gonna repair them. Either bond or some kind of money's already set aside.
Well, even though, I'm kind of like Carl, we can't wait, move on, but can we request that money back moving forward, what we've spent replaying
Well,
that?
let me share this with you all. Just like Washington County, we're a business, and our business is to make sure we take care of the public good, providing safe roads for our citizens to travel, all of those things. Road construction, like any construction, whether it's the energy project, the pipeline projects, or the bypass project, these companies are in to make money as a business and cut any kind of loss they can have. We're gonna have to do a better job of protecting ourselves going forward. Now, there's only so much, I will have a in-depth conversation with you outside of this meeting, but there's only so much we can say in this meeting. Roy, talk to us about the bonding processing. Share with us what you like.
Yes, typically what happens, if a contractor or Well, this is the first time the state of Mississippi has ever done anything since I've been here. But typically what the business people would do would call and ask about road bonds. And we would tell them our process, that they have to put up like $10,000 per mile for use of the county roads. And before that can happen, they have to give us an application with a Google Earth map of the location and the travel routes. But we also notified the road manager as well as the engineer. So just in case they go down the road that has a low weight bridge rating, they will have to take an alternative route. So we specifically tell them to get in touch with the road manager, and they will take the travel route and calculate the mileage. And whatever that mileage is $10,000 per mile, and they have to put up that much money for insurance, basically. And it has to be approved by you all first.
Was that done?
No.
I just said it was not, we didn't, we made some missteps.
Well, I'm happy to hear that you do have a system set up for the future.
It's been there.
Not talking about the future for any other projects. Because we will have other projects coming up.
Yes, it's amazing because Entergy, they're going to be using Stokes King Road, and that will be the only county road that they would utilize from Highway 82 to the site where the power plant is going to build. So whatever the mileage calculates to, that's how much they have to put up at $10,000 a mile.
We need to make sure we get a bond on that one.
Absolutely, Mr. Redmond. Down in your district, it's a solar project going to be going on, and we've been talking with them as well because they're going to be bringing a lot of heavy equipment and use of the county road. So how much it is, if it's 20 miles, 30 miles, whatever, it's going to be $10,000 per mile. Delta City Road, it's a lot of roads, the Hollingsworth, a lot of that farm area.
I got a question, the amount $10,000 per square foot?
Per mile.
Per mile.
Mhm.
Is that a calculated amount created by the state or the county, or each county come up with that amount?
I guess each county could do what they do.
Would you just check and see what's the going rate for various?
Well, we used to have 5,000, and it was a lot of conversation about it prior to you all coming on board, because it takes more than $5,000 to fix a road that has been torn up. So it was increased to 10,000.
I want to see what other areas it's
You wanna speak,
and
you
what
want-
their
you
rates
want-
are going. Like,
Roy.
Yes,
Roy, wasn't that based on what loggers?
yes, it
Generally
was.
speaking, the road loggers were traveling were different than the main roads we're talking about now. Is that true? That $10,000 was fixed for loggers and not necessarily for these construction projects.
You have a point.
Yes.
All right,
You're
Roy,
right.
would you go with the engineer and see what's a good number now per mile for the bond?
Okay.
All right, figure that.
Four counties to look at, and I just gave East Mississippi and review these, I did, we just see what they know.
Anything else you want to share, Roy?
No, that's it.
Anything you need from us, let us know, but somebody comes in for a permit on construction and all, make sure we do the bonds when they're traveling the county
Absolutely.
roads. Anyone? Anything else? Roy, thank you. All right. Lee, you good?
No, I have a couple other things I was gonna just share with y'all. I know we've been having some questions on flooding and stuff, so I'm gonna pass out these. I made one for all y'all, or Roy went over and made them for me, and just kind of let you have these. Pass it one out, and then I just kind of tell you what, and that way y'all can, if you're having problems, you can identify it a whole lot easier if you've got this.
These are the drainage districts.
Yeah, this is everybody. I'm just trying to give you a little heads up. And you can go over to E911. I'd say have them laminated because where you keep in your truck. But just if you're looking at it, the one all the way to the right, that's the Bogue. If you're looking at something, just say for instance, behind Sister Marie's old place, that neighborhood, see right there, that's the number 2 drainage. You can identify it a whole lot better. All the drainage ditches that they have are listed. 4D, 5, all of them are listed in bold numbers. The dark ones, the 3 that you see, that's the Bogue, the main canal, and then the Black Bayou. Not the Black Bayou that runs through Leland, but what they call Black Bayou. But that main canal you see, that's in Greenville. That's the one that runs up under the road right there at that transmission shop and all that. And then that other one you see in the middle, if you know where Allstate is going towards Leland, right before you get there, that's where that goes under the road. So that's the Drainage Commission don't have those 3 big ditches, that would be more of the, Corps of Engineers, or, you know, but everything else you see with a number, if it's in your area, you can identify it much better when you're talking to the Drainage Commission. Everyone with a number, they're responsible for. That's their drainage ditch. Yeah, the little blue ones, and all of them have a number that you can, you know, like I say, just call when you say this is ditch so and so right here, and then that way you'd be on the same page as them to be able to identify the ones you're having problem. Like I say, you have a problem with number 2. That's one of your problems right there where it circles around. You see number 2? Look, all right. You see the big bold black one in the middle, right to the right of it. You'll see number 2. That right there is that ditch. It goes behind that neighborhood.
Okay, oh, thank you.
Yeah, it goes behind that neighborhood. I have a problem sometimes with like 5 and 5A, but this will help. But David can laminate them over there for you, and you can have them in your vehicle. That way, if you're out.
So that area does belong to the Washington County Drainage Commission.
Everything you see, like I say, if the blue, that's right. Yep, everything you see is their ditches. And I did talk to Gib the other day. He said they're getting a lot done, moving along real good. So if you got anything in particular, you need to, you know, contact him or
You gotta contact me.
what's the other guy? John Beard. I can get it for you. But John Beard probably your best one to contact. He's their manager, their daily manager, so he'd be the best one. So anyway, that will help to do that.
Mr. Still said, the squeaky wheel will get the grease.
Yeah.
So,
So-
just call him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ms. Brooks?
No, I'm just.
No. We're going around.
Oh, yeah, so the month of,
It's over.
April, just reiterate, we have, sexual assault awareness and prevention. And, believe it or not, we don't really talk about it, but you hear about, you know, cause we have social media now, and I don't know, but this one site of young women, some of my age, and they talk about how they were molested. And a lot of times it was about family members or somebody close. But, you know, I know it's so taboo, even just saying this, but we like to pay attention to what's going on in our communities. And when we see it, I'm talking to everybody who's listening to me, to start reporting it. Because it happens so much more than, you know, it's actually reported. And some of the things I hear, you just couldn't even imagine. And a lot of this is going on now, and you have more people on drugs now, more people with mental illness, and not only messing with little girls, but they're messing with little boys too, little children. So the concern is, you know, we need to start talking a little bit more about this, because little kids can't speak up for themselves. They don't know what's going on.
You good? There you, Jerry. You good? Okay, Griff, we had talked in the previous meeting about the contribution to the bass fishing tournament, and you said you had want to check something out.
We have taken, yeah, we checked.
Okay.
We take care, if you read the minutes, we got the order.
It's in the minutes?
Yeah.
So we can move forward with that.
Yes, all we did was revise the order, make sure it's conformed with what we are to do. And that is, we make a request of the business bureau, okay? And then request that they allocate money not to exceed $10,000, essentially.
Okay. All right, we're good. So we can move that money on once we take care of that.
No, you can't move it money. We don't have it money. The business bureau has the money.
That's the money I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
We're good. We're good. Don't worry about it, Ms. Carter.
Right, you make a request.
We're good, Mr. Griff.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, the next thing I have is gonna have to be an executive session. Did we get everyone? We appreciate y'all coming out. We're going to go into executive session now. The Sheriff Department. Fresh Air, you wanna see us today?
Yeah, similarly, make a request in town of Medicare. The project in town of Medicare,
What's that?
they asking us some money to pay the cost of their
Good morning.
family and friends activity.
Come over here, Ms. Reb.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The meal log for April, meal log from March 29th to April 11th is in the amount of $14,090. That's your meal log for.
$14,090. Need a motion to accept.
So moved.
And a second. Thank you, Jerry. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Also, the sheriff is requesting his dues to be paid for the Sheriff's Association in the amount of $1,000.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Don't bring it up.
Got some, the sheriff is also requesting send a deputy to, first line supervising class in the amount of $295. And that is in July 21st through 23rd at the Mississippi Law Enforcement Officer Training Academy.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Give me just a minute, I think I got a second paper.
All right. He has a second sheet of paper. Okay.
While you're on the second, Sheriff, I would like to thank you.
Can't hear you, Jerry.
We had a oversized crowd at the park. Long as somebody that showed us, I think we had those folks out there. We had a great time, no choice. Everybody was speaking. I told them I was gonna see, old people crowd.
Also, listen, I have to get the dates at some point. My papers got mixed up somewhere. But there is a field training officer class that we want to send a deputy to as well to get certified to be a field training officer. And it's, I want to say it's next week,
How much?
$500.
Need a motion?
And that's also at the Mississippi Law Enforcement Officer Training Academy.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. That's unanimous. Anything else, Chief?
There are some,
Huh?
yes, sir.
Go up.
I was trying to see if I could bring up the vehicles that we need again. I think it was budgeted for us to get some, at least 4, I think it was, or was it 6? You can't remember either? Okay.
Was it
well,
like $200,000, I think?
Yes, sir. No, ma'am, we hadn't got it. Yes,
We
ma'am.
approved the budget, yeah. And, if we need, just so moved to move forward, whatever the budget allows, you know.
Thank you. Thank
Properly moved and seconded. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Well,
Any
you know them,
opposed?
you know
Motion
them
carries.
vehicles, they get a whole lot of mileage running in the county and in these cities trying to help them, you know, so that's what happened.
Okay, Lee, I'm sorry.
I did, I talked to Jeremy too. He's supposed to be on that wall out there with the water coming in and stuff. I hadn't heard back from him on it yet, but,
Really?
he's supposed to be working on that when the water was coming in on the wall.
Hey, Griff, Lee, that mic. I'll turn it off. Griff, turn this off.
All right.
Oh, I thought
Well, let me ask this, when we get that, what would be the next step to getting them in there to working on stuff? I mean, as far as mechanics?
Well, we got to get the.
We got the electrical
turn it
done,
back
roof's
the
done,
lifts in,
get the lifts in,
got get lifts in the doors.
right?
But,
So that would be the next step after you
Yes, sir.
stop there, okay.
so once we can stop everything else, then yeah,
I got you, all right.
All right, that's it, Chief?
that's it, sir, thank you.
All right, well, I need a motion to go into closed session, now starting 10th executive session, as long as everybody's good.
So moved.
I got a motion. And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we have contract negotiations, potential legal matter, and personnel matter for executive session. All right, now we're going to executive session. Need a motion?
So moved.
And a second. Second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We're in executive session now. Oh, we're gonna hold up a minute, and Ms. Carter, you're going to go first with your personnel matter.
email all y'all a copy of that.
Westlaw, or whatever.
We need to keep that handy on us. Matter of
What?
fact, I'm gonna put mine in my drawer.
Mine's in my drawer
It
too,
take-
but now
it
they got a
takes-
copy.
Yeah, that way you got it.
Okay. Now, hey, Ms. Lee, we're coming out, Ms. Lee, come on up. We're coming out of executive session with certain action being taken. Ms. Carter, would you read those actions back to us, please?
To allow
Let me-
the attorney to continue to negotiate
That's all you, with NEC.
with MEC.
What else? All right, that's the action that was taken in executive session. We're in full open session.
Mr. President,
Hey,
I like to spread some across the minutes.
come on with it.
You all know I went to the NACO conference and I got my certification in DC as for the disaster recovery planning. And I just really want to reiterate us getting ourselves disaster recovery preparedness ready across the board. I know we do have some things going EMS. Stop doing that.
Okay.
I just want us to know how important it is because, you know, we watching the weather now. It's not like, oh, that happens there. You know, I'm going back to Sharkey County. When it hit Grace, that's a reality check. That's less than 5 miles away from Washington County. So the concern is we really need to start, all of us getting involved with disaster recovery preparedness because I don't want to see where we have a major issue and we just looking at Mr. Buford. He's only one person. I think we all need to have a part in it. Each municipality needs to have a part in it. Certain rural communities where they kind of act alone, like Elizabeth, Stoneville, there's many other communities out in Washington County where we are prepared. And the other piece, I think we need to start identifying a location in each municipality, maybe two in Greenville, a disaster shelter, you know, for the bad storm come and you can go and you don't have a place to go. We need to start having these places in our communities because we never know the time may hit Washington County.
All right.
And I've spread this across. Can you get a copy put in the minutes?
You won't keep this? You know what?
She can just make
Oh,
a copy
my-
put in her minutes.
Yes, ma'am, she's certified. But as everyone knows, when we watch the weather forecast, we do gather. And we do bring all municipalities together, as well as our road department and our building and grounds. You know, those are the people that's on the front line along with the sheriff department when we have something. Sheriff department is out rolling when we're asleep. And, you know, they do a very good job of reporting things that are seen and making sure people are up and aware of what's happening. Does everybody get the warning alerts on your phone through email? Does everybody get the alert?
I get the alert.
Okay, but what we want to do is make sure that we continue to hold those meetings, and the next time we do one, when we get prepared, and keep in mind, a lot of times if there was a storm coming 2 or 3 days from now, we would start having meetings and conversations. And what we'll do is make sure every board member is invited to participate in those meetings and see what happens, then make recommendations what we can improve on, like Ms. Brooks was saying, and to make things better, because you can always improve on what you have. I'm not gonna dare say
And
we're there and we're ready.
And also just getting the community more involved. I just think about Sharkey County. You know, so many people went there and they wanted to help, and nobody knew what to do. And so you had your experts there, but it was so many people went there, and a lot of times, you know, you just sitting there and don't know what to do. I want us to be way more proactive in our county, where we get our local people involved on, you know, your little job, what you're supposed to do when it comes to flooding. Even from the, I know I'm talking about disaster, but another thing came up, they talked about, like you have an active shooting. I know the schools, they do training to deal with active shooting in the school, but are we prepared to deal with it? I know, yeah, we'll call the sheriff department, but are we really prepared on what to do should we have an active shooter? That's considered as disaster as well. So there's so many disasters going on that we really have to be prepared and at least know what our role is and what we should and shouldn't do.
Okay. You know, when it comes to response, Ms. Brooks, after you have a disaster, the first phase is rescue. If you deploy too early, you're in the way of the sheriff department and other first responders while they're trying to find people that are listening for noises and everything else. And, you know, you really have to wait until you're called to come in response. First thing we do, sheriff department deploys, the supervisor who's close to the area gets a call, check them out, yes you will. And they go, and offer any assistance they can get from the county, but the first phase is search and rescue. Then when we go through the recovery phase, we deploy assets to assist in other, but the next time we have something going on, we'll make sure everybody gets a call and participate in whatever that process is. Okay, Miss Lee.
Good morning.
Hey now,
How everybody doing?
everybody good?
Great. I just come to report that, to give you the total collection for Avalon taxes during March 2025, we're turning over to the county $1,009,599.79.
Second.
I got a motion and a second to accept. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Charlize. Thank you. Also, I'd just like to piggyback, since you all was talking about rescue. We are concerned here in the county, where I am, as far as my office, we do not have a strategic plan to, if we do have active shooter, or if there is, so we need a plan in place. I spoke with 911, but they still haven't came over.
Sheriff Department is a custodian of where, and
Okay,
they're
yeah.
the law in the county. They'll
Okay,
be,
well,
on that situation, they don't, Ms. Lee, they don't respond.
okay.
They do.
Yeah, because like, it may have active shooter one day, or storm may come, where do we go, how do,
Active shooter piece, they got it.
Okay,
We'll work it out. We'll get with
all
you.
right.
We appreciate it.
I'm got this safe, I'm gonna go in there safe.
Thank you, Ms. Lee.
Thank you, yeah, have a good day.
Sheriff,
Hey.
I never get my, my certificate for the, we went to the training at the, convention center. Mr. Griffin, did you get yours? Yeah. I never received mine.
Can you follow up?
Did you get yours? Thank you so much, because I like my certificates.
Okay, and once we get the request, a list of all county assets, as well as the list of the exempt properties, you'll get those on email as well. Plus, you'll have a hard copy at the next meeting. All right, if there's,
I got a couple,
Go ahead.
One thing I got with Jeremy, they need a truck at the Sportsplex to run back and forth, get stuff. We've got an old truck that Jeremy's got that was Joel's, that's just sitting over there. And he said, just to transfer it over there, so they have a.
what are they going to get?
They have to go to Lowe's, they have to get different things, they've been working on the field and different things. It's a truck, I think it's a Dodge, the one Joel used to
I'm
be.
familiar with the truck.
But it's sitting over there, and there's nobody used it, and, but they're gonna need some, they
Who
have to
is
run and
they?
go get gas. Well, it's just one person,
Who?
It's, the rec,
Okay,
yeah.
we need,
And
so
it's just,
we
yeah,
just move it over there.
just to move it over there. And the other,
Hold up,
second.
hold up.
Oh, you talking about your truck?
I got a motion and a second to assign an asset, assign a truck. Now, let me be clear about something. Go ahead. The motion was to
Nah, the Jerry Redmond.
transfer a truck from building and grounds to the Sportsplex. We'll get you all the VIN number, the mileage, tag number, and everything. We'll make sure you get that today. As long as the motion, huh?
Do we have to make a motion for that?
He already did.
She said,
Yeah, well, let me carry it. But what I'm gonna say is this, I need some clarification. During the off-season, what happens with this truck? Is this a,
We shouldn't be having an off-season. We supposed to have something all year round.
All right,
And
then.
that's what was
Here-
agreed
here's
to.
another thing too that went
There
along
was no
with that.
off-season.
Yeah, here's
all
another
right,
thing.
y'all
This-
gotta let me finish asking the question.
Okay.
During the off-season, is this a take-home vehicle, is a vehicle to be on the property? What is this?
Do I have the floor?
Yeah,
Part of that job duty is when there is downtime, that person is out going to the banks, going to Mars, going to different places and trying to get, what's the word I'm looking for? Sponsorship. That's part of that was part of it, so that person will be doing that. That it'll never be, and there's always, in order to have that place looking like we want it to, it's gonna be some year-round work anyway, but that also will go along with that, they're going out and trying to get sponsorship from the banks, like they had the first couple of years, but when nothing happened, that's why the people backed off, because a lot of the banks were giving and doing things, so.
You said the first couple of years.
The first years, it was when it was under sportsplex itself, and we really
Oh,
didn't have,
okay.
they had sponsorship, all that stuff you see on the fence.
I hear
People were
you.
taking out, you know, and you call different fields, different things. I mean, a lot of ways to generate money.
I'm just concerned about the usage of the vehicle when, and how do you justify it?
Well, if he's a director, whoever it is, I mean, they need to have access to transportation, whoever it may be.
All right, I got a motion on the floor and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? All right,
And I do have one other thing.
come on.
When I was out
Motion
there
carries.
waiting, what's the deal with this? I seen one lady, she was huffing and puffing trying to get up the steps. What's wrong with this elevator right here? I thought at one point we had that.
Jeremy came in and presented to the board and it was out.
When? And how long, why is it not fixed now?
But he came and presented how much it cost.
That's
but
fine.
never acted on it.
How much it costs to
That's
fix
right.
it?
You're right.
How much it costs to fix?
It was
I'm
over
a-
60,000.
You
We
have,
need to go and fix it.
We still have, but
Call-
I'm just
hey,
telling you, when we told
call
her,
Jeremy.
when we told her to go up the stairs, she was huffing and puffing trying to get up there.
I move that we
Give me a-
move forward and repair the elevator. That's my
Second.
motion.
got a motion and a second to go ahead and make this repair ASAP.
Yeah.
And let me do this for y'all. That's part of our compliance with American Disabilities Act. This can't happen.
And I will say one other thing while we're talking about this, and you'll get it again, and I've never seen a tremendous improvement on it, but when you get the grand jury's report, every year we have some of the same stuff, every single year.
All right,
That's
we'll ask
still
Jeremy to give us an
stuff.
update where we
It
are with
needs
it.
it, and we request that, but we never get it, and
All right.
90% of the stuff's been on there year from year.
All right.
you know?
Not only do we would have a conversation with Jeremy about the elevator, Ms. Brooks, we want him to give us an update on the grand jury report at the next meeting. Is there anything else?
You didn't carry the motion.
I didn't. Thank you, Ms. Brooks. This is on the truck.
No, you did the
I
truck.
did.
It's
Just
on
on the elevator.
Oh, my goodness. Let me carry that one. That's how we messed it before, I guess. I forgot something. But, all in favor of the repairs, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. ASAP. Now, that's an emergency, Mr. Griffin. Yes, it is. No, we're not in compliance.
It's less than $60,000.
So you can easily get two quotes. That's it.
If it's more,
He said it was 60,
60K, but it was under
75, so we good.
Yes.
He just get two quotes, that's it.
all right.
It sounds like putting in a whole new elevator, don't it?
I don't care.
hope so.
Make it
Don't we
happen.
have a contract
What
with
bank you
an
need to go
elevator
to?
company? Yeah. Can I ask,
It's been already out.
do we have a maintenance agreement with this elevator company? Yeah, I know it's
I
costly.
understand, but it's a mercy for
All right,
anybody
if
to
there's
do
nothing
it.
else, I need a motion. This is the last meeting of the month. April's really been going fast. We're gonna go ahead and adjourn for the month to May 7th, May 5th. When's the holiday in May? Okay, May 5th. All in favor of adjourning to May 5th?
Do we have a holiday in the month of May?
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be out. Well, I wish everyone a wonderful Memorial Day
Ms.
weekend.
Brooks, Ms.
I don't
Brooks,
see
let-
you again.
well, let me close the meeting out, and we're gonna leave your mic on and the camera rolling. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
What about, don't we supposed to be taking a trip, looking at something, the roads or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't we supposed to
yeah.
be doing this today?
Supposed to been on the thing, road trip. Wait a minute, yeah. Make sure we get the, road inspection,
Cause I'm all
Talking about
Brooks.
windmill?
road
I mean,
inspection.
which sawmill?
No,
I
it's
tell
not
you,
on here, we
I
had
tell
not
you,
set.
It really is on you, it's close to me, you know, but I think
Add
it
that to
should.
the next agenda, road inspection.
Yeah.
That's the first meeting of the month. All right,
It's pretty big when